Hello everyone, this is the Crimson Cure, welcoming you to the Crimson Tower, a place where we keep a feminine foot on the neck of the gynocracy, feminism, and black male misandry. So go ahead, pull up a chair, stay a while, and listen.
This is A-Game, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then bring your A-Game. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
Hello there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am, of course, your host, the Crimson Cure. And as usual, we're just going to jump right into the topic. Today, I have a sad one for you. I am just going to share my screen and read an article to you. And then we're going to talk about it. This says, father of 3 children allegedly murdered by their mother had warned that she needed help, relatives say. This was posted on April the 12th. So the father, this is the mother that murdered her children. The father of 3 children who were killed in California had repeatedly asked for police help in a custody battle with the mother accused of their murder, relatives said. Eric Denton had obtained an emergency order giving him custody of his children in early March, but could not get help from police or the Department of Children and Family Services, his cousin, Dr. Terry Miller, told Fox 11 Los Angeles. The small children aged 3 years, 2 years, and 6 months old were reportedly found with stab wounds in an apartment in the LA neighborhood of Reseda on Saturday. Their mother, 30-year-old Lilliana Carrillo, was arrested about 100 miles north of the city after allegedly carjacking a pickup truck and driving to Tulare County. Dr. Miller told Fox that Mr. Denton had been trying to gain custody of his 2 girls and boy for some time and had repeatedly contacted police and child services because their mother needed help. She believed that the city they were living in was unsafe and that there was a sex trafficking ring and that most of the city was involved in it, Dr. Miller told CBS. Those kids were everything. I mean, his whole being, in essence, just revolves around those kids. He had his heart set on seeing the kids because he was supposed to pick the kids up today and have them for the week. Citing court documents, the Los Angeles Times reported that Mr. Denton sought custody of the children on 1st of March and was granted a temporary emergency visitation order on 4th of March, plus a petition for a mental health evaluation of Ms. Carrillo. A hearing in the case was scheduled for April the 14th. The outlet reported Ms. Carrillo has sought a temporary domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Denton on the 12th of March in response, according to court documents. Mr. Denton said to the Times that Ms. Carrillo was scheduled to hand over the children to him on Sunday. He said he had tried to get local authorities to help, but in LA, they would not help. The LAPD would not get involved. The LAPD said the 3 children, Joanna, Terry, and Sierra, were found by their grandmother on Saturday morning. She reported the deaths that their mother was missing. Mr. Denton placed several star-shaped balloons, a bubble machine, toys, and portraits of the children at a memorial outside the apartment complex Saturday night. CBS Los Angeles reported a GoFundMe to pay for funeral expenses has raised almost $30,000. So that's a sad story that this so-called woman would have rather murdered her 3 children than hand over custody. Now, apparently the article alluded to her having mental issues, and this is what the father was trying to get custody of his children. This was why, because of her mental instability, apparently, saying that she believed that there was a sex trafficking ring and everybody was in on it. Not to say that there aren't any rings like that, but who's to say that, she or her children were in any danger of that? But be that as it may, what I want to point out to the ladies is that, first of all, this woman is obviously had a mental problem. To decide that death was better than handing your children over to their father in custody is beyond unimaginable. That any woman would decide that rather than give up custody, not motherhood, not ever seeing her kids again, but giving up custody to their biological father who wants them, that is a worst case scenario than not having your children at all. You would rather send your children to the other side than send them to their father. And that alone speaks volumes. Now, I know that not every woman will decide that murdering her children is an answer, but there are many women that decide that keeping their children away from their father by any means necessary is better than even splitting custody with them or allowing their father to visit with them. And I also want to point out that the court systems are biased. So any woman that sits and tells me that all a man has to do is go to court to fight for the rights of his child and it's just as easy as her going down there to do it, that is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. According to this man's family members, he had been trying to get custody of his children, tried to get emergency custody. The Department of Children and Family Services was kind of likely being lackadaisical about it, not taking it seriously. And she was able to counter his efforts with a restraining order about domestic violence, which probably delayed everything because, of course, when a woman says she's being threatened or beaten, that takes precedence over everything. And who knows what she said in that report to get the restraining order and how far that delayed the process of him actually receiving custody and getting them out of her grasp. Because apparently whatever he feared, he was correct, because she killed those children violently. She stabbed them to death, and then she went on the run. They had to find her 100 miles outside of the city. She carjacking trucks and cars trying to get away. So she would rather have killed her children and possibly serve like some sort of life sentence or something like that in prison than to have simply recognized, I am not feeling okay. Like, I don't feel myself. And I think I probably will put my children in danger. Let me give them to their dad so my kids can be safe and I can possibly go and get some help that I may need. And then maybe one day I can get my kids back, or we can have joint custody of the children if I get myself together. No. That wasn't her thought. Her thought was, if I can't have them, nobody can, including their father. And I'm going to kill them to make sure that nobody have them. They'll go to the arms of the Lord before I send my children to their father, which you give away your motherhood and your life by killing them. And now you got to live with the fact that you did that to them babies. She has to live with that. And he got to live with it. And I really do fault the court systems and the all of the hoops that they make men jump through in order to try to get their children, because these family court systems and the Department of Children and Family Services all over the nation are so biased against fathers and assuming that a mother is automatically the better parent or the best choice for the children, when a lot of times they're not. A lot of these women out here are suffering from all kinds of undiagnosed mental issues. And they'll be quick to say, just because the youngest is 6 months old, or well, she was suffering from postpartum depression or postpartum psychosis. And you just never see it coming. Yes, you do. Sometimes you can't see it coming. You can see the signs. And sometimes that daddy know them signs. He may not know the clinical term and all of that other type of stuff, but he know his kids is in danger. He know that mama ain't right no more. She talking crazy. She do stuff now that she didn't used to do. Let me get my kids. My priority is the safety of the children. And then we can see about getting her some type of mental health help. But the court systems are so biased that they never see it that way. And now those children are dead. But what would have been better for them, being with her or being with him? And ladies, a lot of times you complain about the deadbeat dads, but what about the dads that fight tooth and nail for their children? So I don't want to hear women talk about how simple it is and how easy it is for the men to go down to the courthouse just like they do and get custody and challenge and do all this kind of stuff, because the court doesn't take men seriously, doesn't take fathers seriously when they come down and are like, I want my kids. Whether that's full custody away from the mother or joint custody, or even sometimes proper visitation as they pay child support and say, hey, I want to see my children. I want my children. I want to be in my children's lives. And a lot of times the court system will ignore a father. They won't ignore garnishing his paycheck, but they'll ignore any petition of his to actually be present in his children's lives. And a lot of times the mothers work along with the court to prevent the father from being any significance in those children's lives. So while this was a very extreme case, I did want to use it as proof of how biased these court systems are against fathers. And it sometimes it ends up with these children paying the ultimate price for the selfishness of the mothers. So that's all that I got for you today. But I would like for everyone to sound off in the comment section. Is this proof of the bias of family court systems, Department of Children and Family Services across the nation of not taking fathers seriously? Is this proof of that to you, or is it not? So what I'd like for everyone to do is like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another CrimsonCure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.